It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Groves. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Groves. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, try again. 19, try again. He can't hit. He's not going to get me. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tackled at the 20.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a throw that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 1. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got you, punk. Mike, 53. 53.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. To try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Texans nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Groves. Reception here by Ruggs. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
Field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Groves under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Got a man open, it's Ross. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gentry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
53, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it.
Now it's the backup Greer. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards.
Texans.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Groves. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Groves. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Chubb on the counter, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Texans first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Jason Sanders.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 53 to Mike.
Play action. It's Greer. Going deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A toss play to Chubb, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
10 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's time.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Greer to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 53.
Now a first down throw, Greer. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Greer looks to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
This is almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Out of the gun, Greer. He's going to try and go deep again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off-play action. Groves. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw again. Groves. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Greer to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Off play action, Greer. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Greer. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Greer operating from the gun. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run. Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. Groves got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Groves. And incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Groves escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Groves. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Groves. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 10, Greer. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
Ties the game 24-24. Rodrigo Blankenship set to go.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Groves. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Off play action. Groves. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Groves. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. And we got Mike.
To throw again, Greer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Groves making the catch is Sternberger. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
I'm going back to you. 53's the money.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Greer. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Greer. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Groves flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap for Greer. Got a man open. It's Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They fake the handoff. Now Greer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Groves got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Groves eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Greer. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Greer now to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
At the 35-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, that's scared. That's scared.
On 1st down. Mixon, and a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Greer. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mike, 53, Mike.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. We got to get the ball. See, he gets the ball right here. Let's go.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Mixon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.